Hello class, this is our second lecture on our series on sensors. In our last session, we basically discussed about how with a microcontroller we can read digital signals. We simulated our digital signals with a push button which basically sometimes turn the input into high or low depending on the grounding conditions we did have put there, and the microcontroller reads that signal and accordingly it lights up our LED. So that was basically how using a microcontroller we read our digital voltages. So digital signal is basically handling with zeros and ones, that kind of yes or no. Starting from I2C, SPI, UART, even our USB devices work on the principles of digital signals. Now, before jumping into analog signals, let's define what is actually a signal. Signal is basically a data that has a time component to it. Even when our ancients wrote their timely incidents, that is also a signal by definition. In our cases, we are concerned with some let's say time dependent voltage or time dependent current thing that we are going to measure with our microcontrollers. Analog signal is when the data part of the signal is representing some intensity. Intensity means that we explain with floating numbers. That means voltage is a value. Now we have a analog signal, that's a voltage over time. Now for measuring that voltage or converting that analog signal to a digital one, what we use is a ADC, that is analog to digital converter. One kind of ADC is simply a series of comparators. Comparator is basically a component that takes two input to two voltage inputs, and when one of them is high, that the one that is connected to our plus terminal of the comparator, it gives a output 1. And if the one of them is not that the voltage input in the plus terminal is not high, then it gives a 0. So basically when we arrange a comparator in this way, and in one of the terminals we put a reference voltage that is passing through several resistors, that seeing this circuit you can actually understand the what voltage is over here, and at every level of resistance it's crossing, the voltage is reducing by certain fraction, and here we have our input analog signal. So seeing this circuit you can somewhat understand that if the voltage is low, only the lower comparators will give a value 1, that is true, that is high, and for the upper comparators the value output will be 0. So depending on my voltage is high or low, I can have several ranges of comparator giving different values collectively. So let's presume this was our input signal. So when the voltage reached a certain level, a certain number of comparators were high, and when the voltage fell again, those higher values will be again giving a 0. So ADC has basically two resolution. One is one is the resolution of its value. That is how many comparators I have in series. Let's say here you can see that these portions of the values our ADC is not able to capture, because the resolution on y-axis is dependent on the how many comparators I have in series, and the resolution of x-axis, that is called sampling rate, means at what time interval I am firing these comparators and taking the readings. So ADC is seen by basically two parameters. One is its ADC's value resolution, and another is ADC's time resolution, or the ADC sampling rate that we technically call. From this diagram, you can somewhat understand this is a ADC signal, and depending on my time resolution, I am just capturing a I am just trying to capture this analog signal, but uh, uh, as my sampling rate is poor in this case, I am not able to properly capture the input analog signal. So higher the sampling rate is, more precisely I can capture my input signal. However, how precise I go, there will surely be some kind of losses of my input analog signal, and that kind of losses is termed as quantization error. Uh, in case of the Arduino Uno board that we use in our simulation, and also hopefully will be used in our physical labs, that has a 10-bit ADC. 10-bit means 10, there are 10 digits explaining my voltage condition. That is 2 to the power 10, and that is 1024. That means my ADC can represent number from 0 to 1023. Now, in that particular range, and sampling rate for Arduino Uno is in around kilohertz range, but that highly depends on what clocking frequency I have kept for the processor we are using, and if the microcontroller is doing multiple things at a time, then even this sampling frequency will fail. And another concept of ADC is that there is a reference voltage. Mane voltage reference to which I am measuring this input signal. The reference voltage is this one. In case of comparators, voltage in respect to which I am measuring my input voltage. That reference voltage we can set in our Arduino microcontroller as well. We'll just see how in our. So this is basically a circuit with the controller. I have just added a potentiometer here. Potentiometer is taking, one side is at 5 volt, and the middle terminal is the variable one that I have attached to my A0 pin. That is in last class we discussed that is only through this pin we can read our analog voltage, or in technically speaking, only with these pins the ADC feature of this IC is available. And by side we have just added a multimeter to just see that what is the actual reading. Now let's explain this code. Here I am basically doing nothing. First I am opening up the serial port where it will just, through which I will just see the values, and in this next line I am simply reading the analog state of this pin, that ADC reading of this pin, of this A0 pin, and I am returning it to my terminal using my serial function. Now you can see as the voltage at A0 pin is reducing, the ADC value is also reducing, and the maximum value for ADC is my 1023. So in case, suppose this is the ADC value, and I want to read this in terms of voltage. In such case, what I have to do, I will just simply scale this ADC value, that is from 0 to 1023 to a 5-volt scale. For this, I will just multiply this with 5 and divide by with the total scale, that is 1023.5. Sorry, 1023.0. And why I am adding these point zeros? Because so that my compiler does understand that I am willing to do a floating operation, not a integer division. Now let's run this code. Well, it is not scaling up because I have actually made a small mistake here. Let me show how. Instead of multiplying it to analog read value, I have multiplied that whole thing with variable invariable A0 itself. Now it should work. Yeah, it started working. Now you just see, we just scaled up the whole thing in 5 voltage, and now the terminal is exactly displaying the voltage value in here. Next, we move to the concept of changing reference voltages. In case of Arduinos, simple command for changing reference voltage is, I just have to add a keyword, that is analog reference. And for this board I am using, it has options like default, that is what is by default there, and let me set it to, it has basically 3 options, that is default, internal and external. Let's first see what internal is. This particular IC has a setup of internal ADC reference, that is 1.1 volt. So just by adding this keyword, it will set my internal reference from 5 volt to 1.1 volt. And let's see what's happened after that. Well, sorry. We are interested in seeing the raw ADC values first. So now see, we are having a full value here because our reference is 1.1. So whenever my voltage crosses 1.1, it shows the upper limit only. Means lower limit is 0, but having a lower Vref means if I cross my Vref, it will show up my Vmax, and that analog signals of voltage higher than Vref I cannot capture with my microcontroller. So having a low VREF helps me to have better resolution in terms of my signals, but it reduces my upper limit. And now we would see, and now next we would see how to set up external VREF for my ADC. Let me write external here. And to set a external V, let's take this 3.3 volt as our reference. And as we did discuss yesterday, that we have this ARF pin here as pin responsible for our external, taking our external reference of ADC. Now let's see how it turns out. Here for 0 voltage I am getting a 0, so that's quite obvious. Now still I am getting values. As for internal, I just started to get the maximum ADC value for 1.1 volt, and this time as my ARF is 3.3 volt, I would get the maximum ADC value for my 3.3, and just see, we just reached our maximum value because we have crossed our 3.3 voltage. So main takeaway from this lecture is that how we set how it is important to know what is the resolution of my ADC in terms of while we are recording analog signals, and what is my sampling rate. Okay, sampling rate we did not actually demonstrate it here, that how resolution of ADC plays a role in recording of our analog signals. And for lower VREF we can have better resolution in terms of value, but the upper limit is also reduced with lower VREF. And then we also saw that how just by adding a multiplier we can simply scale our whole ADC value to a real voltage. Just you can see here we are getting the real voltage. In both in multimeter it is 1.4, and in our serial monitor 2 it is 1.4. So that's all. So let's meet our question answer session in Google Meet. There we will discuss further about it. Thank you.